if your morals are based off of your favorite YouTube influencer, or is based off of a family member, or your pastor or something, I feel like even if there are morals that can be perceived as really awesome morals, if they're not genuinely coming from you, then I feel like that's also contributing to the lack of the balance that we're seeing and we're feeling in society.
Greetings and welcome to Vybz and Tribe Podcast. My name is Amaru and this is my wonderfully beautiful wife, Shana.
Thank you, handsome. Look, I have to find a way to reach you because the space is so tight. But thank you, sweetness. Again, this is our podcast channel where we like to sip tea and invite you to the table for various conversations. Would you like to tell the people what we're sipping on?
Yes, today we're sipping on nettle leaf tea.
Yes. And so today, two things. One is we will be talking about good and bad and how that has impacted society as far as that balance or I say lack thereof. Also about when it comes to people's morals and where those morals derive from. But before we do that, if this is your first time tuning into our channel, and then also if you've been watching us for the past few weeks, we just released our very first book, which is The Evolve You, Becoming Your Next Version of You. So with that being said, over the past couple of weeks, if you went on our website, you were able to purchase the digital copy of this book. Now... we have it to whereas you can get the paperback copy, you can get the Kindle version, and you can also get the hardcover version off of Amazon. So if you go down in the links down below, you can purchase those through the Amazon link that we have, as well as you can also go on our website and purchase it. Before we open up the paperback copy, which we have the hardcover copy, it's just that we forgot to bring it with us to the table. But just so that you can notate this, with the digital copy, if you can purchase that one from our website. Just know that one is fillable. If you get the other versions off of Amazon, unfortunately they don't allow it to whereas we can include fillable sections in there for like the exercises and the journal prompts. So we did have to tweak the copy of the book for that format, but you can use a notebook, you can use your laptop,
Personal journal.
yeah. So let's go ahead and let's open up the paperback copy and see. So this is the paperback copy. Also, it has our picture and information about us and information about the book. So again, make sure that you check out this book. It is about we're constantly on a journey of transformation. I feel like there's several different versions of us throughout our lifetime. And this book helps you to become intentional while going through that transformation and how to make certain habits stick. So let's go ahead and let's get into what this episode is actually about. So when it comes to, I was thinking about this today from certain things that I've been watching on YouTube. And one of the things that came to mind with me watching, I watched an episode of Dr. Daff where you had the Christians versus the atheists. And then you had one whereas it was the black women versus the white women. And it's not so much them arguing, is because I know that can sound confrontational when you say versus, but it was just more so them giving their own perception coming from their Christian beliefs, or coming from being an atheist, living in this world as a white woman, living in this world as a black woman. It just made me think about certain things in society, and I feel like there is a lack of balance when it comes to society. Do I feel like it's always going to be that way? No. But I also know, and it also made me think that certain things, when it comes to your morals, that's more so some set rules that you have based off of what you perceive as good or bad. Now, that can be influenced by, your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs, trauma, even certain good things that we experience in life, the influence of family, friends, and sometimes just those beliefs just deriving from who you are. One of the things that it made me further think about is just that we all perceive good and bad in a different way. I don't care if overall you feel you are a good person or you feel you are a bad person, and you encounter people that overall they're a good person or a bad person. Y'all's beliefs are still going to be different. Certain things, when it comes to good and bad, you're still going to view those things different. You're going to be more accepting of certain things than other things. Did you want to give your take?
Yes. Before I do that, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors.
Yes. This video is sponsored by Vybz, which is a holistic line created by our essence of Serenity. The Relaxation butter is a moisturizing butter that is infused with catnip. Catnip is known to provide a calming effect and aids with skin irritation. Our Relaxation butter also has shea butter, which is known to aid with stretch marks, dry skin, dandruff, prevent cell damage, enhance skin texture, and more. We've also included oils such as jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, and more. Not only is our Relaxation butter beneficial for the skin, but it's also beneficial for the hair, as it reduces split ends, makes the hair shinier, and provides moisture to the hair. To read more about our Relaxation butter, be sure to check out our website, www.ouressenceofserenity.net, under the Vybz tab.
And we are back. So yeah, deriving off what my baby was going over when it comes to all the, I wouldn't necessarily just say chaos, but there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of distress, there's a lot of deception that's taking place in this world right now. And a lot of that is strategically structured based off of division. It is by design. It is to a point to where people are voicing them, or not necessarily voicing their opinions, but voicing how they feel when it comes to certain topics. But at the same time, it's coming from a place that isn't controlled by their own narrative. Yeah. What I mean by that is, you have media sources and you have a lot of things that people rely on as far as getting news and getting some sort of information on what's going on in their world or locally, based off a platform that isn't always going to be true. So what I mean by that is doing your research, doing your due diligence as far as finding out what truth means to you and how it's implemented in the sense of how you express yourself, because it can come from a place that's completely different from what you're trying to prove or justify when it comes to your own beliefs and your own morals and going back to what's good and what's bad and whatnot. So just know that there's a lot going on right now that's causing a lot of division, and it's just to a point to where we need to be respectful and humble to the point to where we are able to receive as we express ourselves.
I agree.
Equally, yeah.
I think that also I think we all have certain morals that may not actually like my husband said, they're influenced by things outside of ourselves. I also think that even certain morals that are genuinely influenced by us, we also have to ask ourselves, where are we at mentally? And where are we at when it comes to just our healing overall? I feel like when you're constantly on a journey of healing, not meaning that you're not seeing any progress in your healing, but we encounter things on a daily basis. And sometimes we minimize just how much those things impact us in a good way and a bad way. But let's talk about it from the standpoint of trauma. When I say on a constant healing journey, I mean like, okay, so you've healed this aspect of yourself. You're constantly feeding things into yourself to help you to continue to heal from things that it's inevitable for us to endure. I feel like when you're someone like that, when it comes to your morals and stuff, I feel like there's more of a chance that those morals are deriving from a place that's balanced. So when we all do that, I feel like that's what will establish balance when it comes to society. If your morals are based off of your favorite YouTube influencer, or is based off of a family member, or your pastor or something, I feel like even if they're morals that can be perceived as really awesome morals, if they're not genuinely coming from you, then I feel like that's also contributing to the lack of the balance that we're seeing and we're feeling in society. Will I say that everything is all bad? No, because we can't take away from the fact that some of our morals actually do help when it comes to establishing more of a balance. So, anything else you want to add?
Oh no, just what I was mentioning earlier, that discernment, just like what she was just saying, trusting yourself, having that intuition to know how and why you feel the way that you feel. So that way, when dealing with trauma, you won't allow that to take you to a place that isn't of being authentic.
Yeah, it's not your home.
It's not your true, exactly. It's not your home. It's not your place that you can consider a safe zone within yourself to where you can truly rely on it. Being completely transparent with yourself, being at a point to where you're not in denial, being accountable. There's so many factors that come into, being aware of who and what you truly are, as far as what you present to yourself and to others. So,
Yes. So at this time, we would like to invite you all to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we post content. Also, make sure that you like this video, share this video. I am very curious to hear what you all think when it comes to this topic. Whether you agree with us or not, I still want to hear from, kind of, like I said, this is something that I've been thinking about for the past couple of days. So I'm very curious to hear other people's position when it comes to this. Also, make sure, I don't know if I said share this video. If you are intrigued by Me and My Sweetness and you would like to get to know more about us, make sure that you click the link to our website down in the description down below. Follow us on our social medias. Also, speaking of healing, be sure to check out our book. I'm used to saying ebook because at first that's the only version of it that we had. But be sure to check it out. You can get it in several different versions. Is there anything else that you would like to add? No?
Going back to previous videos, I'm very proud of my baby.
Thank you, sweetness.
She has seriously put in a lot of work towards making this vision a reality, her reality. And it just goes to show, based off the theme of this book, manifestation is real.
And before we close out, thank you, handsome. I do want to say this. I don't like getting emotional because I'm not going to talk about people that cry on the camera because, if it's natural, it happens. But I'm not going to get emotional. But I will say that, for everybody that has purchased a copy of the book, I am so appreciative of it. I hope that you take your time with it. I hope that it takes you to the place that you're meant to go to when it comes to this book. I hope that as you're going through this book, but because it truly was created to be a non-judgmental zone when you're actually going through and doing the exercises. So I hope that you're able to get that from that. Once again, I thank y'all so much. And until next time, you all take care. And what do they need to do, handsome?
Y'all stay honest to yourselves and stay lifted.
Yes.